Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, GT3 Esports, and a pleasure to have you live at a charge. A little countdown to green action here, presented by Lunatic Designs, the Higo, the man behind the scenes, doing great things for the Dirt Series and the Racing Series, and just kind of everything that's out there. Make sure you check out Higo, the Lunatic, the exclamation point Lunatic out there, and give him some love. We're up doing some good things, chopping it up. GT3 Series Monday night. An hour of racing ready to go. Felix, thank you for the like. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like. Qualifying just finishing up, and it's going to be good. We're running Watkins Glen with Das Boot. 60 minutes, one fast repair, 2 sets of tires. The 3.36 mile length track is going to have every single turn in it, and we're not used to seeing that because we watch the NASCAR side of things quite a bit. But hey, you know, all the good things, Discord.gg/Chop Racing. Make sure you check them out. Def Farm LLC on board with everybody over here as well. Watkins Glen is my favorite road course in everything. So, you know, might as well do it, right? 81 degrees on the air temperature, 46% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 8-mile-an-hour wind. Again, the GT3 series really does show up and show out every week, and we appreciate all the drivers showing up. Chop It Up podcast is on YouTube and on Spotify. Make sure you check them out. Chop Shop Racing crew is just absolutely legendary, so make sure you give them some love. David Steiner is going to be your pole sitter. Gobi Hartung, your outside pole sitter. Wesley Straight, Mark Retchen up here, row number 2. Jared's going to be out there with Brian Rayburn. Big Arn's going to be back here with Tyler Hammond. Anthony Cronover, Theodore Seidl's going to be out there as well. Michael Strickland, Michael Caffrey back here at the tail end of the field. And then Robert Church, Brett, making up the 14 drivers in today's race. We'd love to see it. Love to see the drivers ready to go. This is going to be an absolute blast. And I need to double check cameras, but do believe we should be nice and good. Good Go Striker from Mr. Van Nest out there. Good to see you all out there. Much love to Budgie for being our moderator in charge. Our MIC, KEYMOUSC. She's our MIC, and she'll drop the mic if she needs to. Okay. Man, what a good racetrack. And one of the best parts about this racetrack is that this form of racing is just legendary. It's just legendary. And we love to see it. Love to see all of y'all out there. Thank you very much to everybody knocking it out of the park. We have no driver cams tonight. The Chopping It Up GT3 series is showing up. Actually, let me double check, because before we didn't have any driver cams. Before I went live, I want to double check one more time. We do have a driver cam. I think Churchy went ahead and put up his driver cam. He did. We just had a long week there, folks. We've just had a long week. And I'm trying not to be testy. Yeah. Just a long dang old week. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Driver cam. There it is. I believe Churchy is. Oh, something didn't happen there. There he is. There's the man behind the scenes. Church ready to rock and roll. Everybody's ready to rock and roll. I hope you're all having a good evening. I really do. There's so much to be said about good road course racing on Monday night. This GT3 series has been a ton of fun to call, and I'm absolutely just blessed to be able to do this. And so I want to thank all of y'all for letting us do it. Mr. Butler, thank you for the like, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody for just being really cool. Hello, legends. Let us next. Okay, I gotta see if I have cams for this track under this configuration. I do not. I thought I did. Might not have. That's okay. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I thought I did. Something happened. I don't know. It'll be a good looking race, no matter how things pan out here. I'm ready to go. Ready to take it all. There's your 4-course map. We're into Das Boot section. This is something new that you're not used to seeing there, folks. The boot section has a downhill slope, and it's going to have a 180-degree turn. This uphill climb right here puts drivers all the way up into this sector. 5 different sectors on the racetrack, I do believe. Well, not including the start-finish line, so technically it's 6 different sectors on the racetrack. And where that fast portion of the racetrack where we have normally seen, here's another downhill section right here. You take the right-hander back up into the left-hander again. The left-hander puts us out there where NASCAR turn 10 is going to be. Normally we see a long straightaway from the outer carousel onto this turn right here, which would be this straightaway, and then we'll set up NASCAR turn 10 and turn 11, which is going to be the right-hander. But we're going to actually see the full racetrack today, and that's pretty darn cool. I really do. I do like it. All right. We're going to hit all 11 turns today. All traditional 11 turns. Pace car will lead it back around one more time. We'll see one more lap around this racetrack. Been putting myself in the broadcast booth. So I'm there, ready to go. We'll be lights off this time. By drivers will be able to run one more. Still moving, folks. We had our carpet replaced today, and shout out to Sherwood Williams for doing a great job. Got it done in roughly our entire house in about 6 hours, in a lightish charcoal gray, like a medium gray. I don't know how to put it. We didn't have the choice in the color. Our property management had the choice in the color. But you know, all right. But we're good. We're good now. Jess and I are trying to, we were trying to, just before the broadcast, to unload the U-Haul. There's the backstretch chicane. They call it the inner loop. The outer loop is turn 5. As they come into the outer loop, normally you see them crest all the way, and they would normally turn all the way around and go right, but instead it's going to be a straight shot into the chute, which is going to be a slight incline into a downhill curved section, which is going to be turn 6. This whole section is called the boot. Turn 6 is the right hander. You're seeing right here. This is a little short straightaway. It's going to go all the way down to the toe, which is turn 7. In the heels, turn 8. Turn 9 must be the socks. No, totally kidding. This is turn 8 for you as they get into the uphill climb. All right, that's turn 7. This is a straightaway. It's a long turn. Pace laps around this bad boy could be long, so we're good to see him not have any cautions, localized cautions only. And then this is the heel. This will be turn 8. You see that fast section right there. RB, thank you for the like, sir. It's going to be a fast section right there. Drivers will have passing zones all over this racetrack. It's a little different than a NASCAR circuit where you pretty much have to set it in the corners. Right here, the different elevation changes. There's turn 9 for you onto the now short straightaway. You see the cones back here. That's where you would normally see the driver skip the boot section altogether within the NASCAR side of things. But now we're going to be rolling out. Pace cars should go to pit road, and we have an hour of racing. And then I have a couple more hours of unpacking. It's going to be insane. All right. Drivers are ready to go. It is on. David Steiner. They're going. They're green. Everybody jump to the outside. Tyler Hammond on the start of the race. They're going to be 3 wide into the corner. Oh, Wesley Strait gets pushed up the racetrack by Jared Corley. David Steiner out front. We'll have Kobe Hartung Up through the S's into turn 4. On to the back straightaway. Steiner set up for the backstretch chicane. Or the inner loop. Inner loop here at Watkins Glen. To the outer loop. Tyler Hammond. Oh! Wesley straight into the wall. Or not Wesley straight. Somebody was into the wall back here. That's Mark Retchen. Rayburn coming around. Big Arch. He's feeling into the field here. Wesley Straight there. I thought Wesley Straight got taken out. There's Churchy back here. A little slideways. Brian Rayburn just behind. Mark Retchen again. Trying to work his way forward. Jira having an off track. Theodore trying to push hard. The Mustang up to snuff. We'll get SDK to load up correctly. SDK had an update today. Michael Caffrey out of the race, and so a chance now. So now that SDK has had an update, they've added the new cars. They needed an update with a few other things. Colby Hartong in tow. Tyler Hammond's going to be in third. And we're rolling. Mark Retchen heads to pit road here, and maybe just some early nose damage. To take a look and see what happened. Tyler Hammond's up in third here. I tell you what, that no change in lanes before the start-finish line, I thought that was a bad thing. We'll see how it works. Mark Retchen does get a 5-second pit stop here. Looks like he went ahead and got the car fixed. Hopefully he's going to be able to be fine. Colby Hartong chasing the tow. Here's the uphill section. Drivers turning out. Colby Hartong closing in. Anthony Crowder sits in fourth. We see Wesley Straight in fifth. Theodore up 4. Stryker's up 4. Brad Dove's going to be up 6. Robert Church up 4 as well. Churchy over to the outside. Oh, tires off the grass. Got to be careful there. And Rayburn driving the Ferrari. La Ferrari. Pit stop. You're back here in the McLaren. Still has some significant nose damage. I mean, you might as well run it as long as you can, as long as you don't lose too much time. Mark Retchen, 22.5 back. Driving his Corvette, trying to do what he can. Rayburn is a lap, showed him a lap down, but hopefully, showed him 2 laps down. Hopefully, the interval updates here as we go. That's race info. We want to go race. And now we want to make sure that we have that on. There we go. Man, oh man, 4 minutes in. We've got laps right away. We're going to see a lot of laps out of this one. It's good, kind of a good situation to have. Nathan Bigar's going to be in 7th. He's up 4. Brown over a little off track there. Hopefully he is good to go. Had the inside loop. 5 to the outside. 5 to the inside. Sorry, 89 to the outside. He's in 5th. He's looking at the place down into the turn 6 section here. They got 1:47.11, fastest lap of the race. Tires on the outside lane. The Ferrari trying to hold on. Big Art rusting out McLaren. Theodore working as well. 11.98 on the iRating here in the Road Series for Theodore. Everybody doing themselves some justice. So far, so good. Big blink out of Big Art. Big one. Holy cow. Big Art getting around the drivers here. 6.5 and trying to close in. Tires. And he's throwing grass all over that racetrack. Spicy. Thank you, sir. Tier 1, 25 months.
Some top tier sports car racing, let's go.
Let's go. Thank you for the 25 months, sir. I appreciate you. I believe my sub updated for you today. Is it for you? Yeah, it should have been for you. I think you and Penguin are the only ones I have subscriptions for, and I'm good with it. Much love to you, sir. I appreciate you. Thanks, Spicy, for the reset. Thanks, Spicy, for the reset.
Thanks, Spicy.
Big Dubs, Spicy, shout out to Dark Arrest 35. Give him some love. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Join us and follow. You don't have to just follow. You can subscribe to him. If you got some Jeff Bezos money and you don't want to use it on me, I encourage you to use it on Spicy or Penguin. One of the two. All of you are amazing. David Steiner, your race leader, 147.56 last lap. Big Art, 147.62. Colby Hartog matching that lap time. 4/10 of a second difference here. Tyler Hammond working. Churchy having an off track. He's good to go. Tell you what, these cars are spraying some grass. A little bit of nose damage for him. Giro still holding on. Brian Rayburn. There it is. Now everything's kind of worked out. Big Art 146.804 his last lap. When everything's kind of worked itself out, Brian Rayburn up to 10th. And so those drivers that would have been a lap down, not so much. 49 seconds, the difference between Mark Retchen, who had to come to pit road very quickly here. Churchy, another off track, way off the racing surface. But he's good to go. Hold on to it. Battle for the lead between these two. Give it a close. Tyler Hammond, 148.50. We'll see Big Art in tow. So the Corvette try to hold on. All the way up and out, down into, they're dropping into the boot. Put the socks on. Oh, Big Art way to the grass there. And Big Art is rushing forward here as fast as he can. These two will be bumper to bumper here. 6 seconds and trying to close in. Hammond all the way out. Trying to close back in to Nathan Big Art. 5 seconds and closing. David Steiner, 147.24 his last time by. Colby Hartung with 2 tenths. Coming around the front straightaway here. Out to the wall, they're rolling. There's Anthony Cronover still sitting at 6th. Churchy has gotten a little bit of extra time trying to carry back in. There's Tyler Hammond trying to hold on to Wesley Strait. Cronover 148.066. Budgie, 500 minutes. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you.
Budgie Bird 5 cent 500 bits.
Drivers are cruising for a bruising. Alerts aren't. Yeah, I know, Budgie. It's all turned down. Everything's all turned down. When I get the office set back up, we're gonna redo everything, and it's just moving everything around and fixing the computer on top of everything else. We're gonna have to do some work. We're gonna have to do some adjustments. We're going to have to do the thing. Yep. It is how it is. Steiner, last lap, 147.65. Coming up and out. Trying to leave the grass alone. Coming around to turn 9. 5.3, Big Art. Trying to keep himself clean here. Wesley Straight trying to work on 5th here. Got a second between he and Tyler Hammond, but David Steiner, 5.3.5, trying to close out. 147.335 last time by. 146.959 for Big Art. Tyler Hammond just ran his fastest lap of the race, 147.665. 148 for the rest of the drivers. Up through the S's into turn 4, onto the back straightaway. Nathan Big Art within 5 seconds now. Can see the drivers ahead of him. Doug just ran a 150.613. Ryan Rayburn 150.548. Giro 149.764. We'll see how it presents itself. Right now, Big Art 5 seconds. The drag on these cars are insane. 2 different McLarens on the field. We have 4 McLarens total. Mr. Caffrey did not start the race. Yeah, Rayburn's out there running, man. He's doing himself some justice. Doing himself the justice. Love to see it. Love to see it. Whoop. Up and out, 2/10 of a second. Big Art catching these two. Kobe Hartung has not set sail yet. We'll see a battle for the top 3 really soon. They keep keeping it close. We'll go back to other drivers here. Wesley Straight has gotten around Anthony Crownover. Tyler Hammond getting a touch faster each lap. Just to maximize what he's got going on, Wesley Straight into turn 1. Pushing all the way out. He's got to be careful with that left side. Crownover just ran a 147.98, so he's getting a touch faster as well. Tyler Hammond's last lap, 148.79. Churchy having an issue. Might have to think about pit road early. Stryker had it off track as well. He is good to go. This car looks fine. Brad Dove just behind is the Corvettes. Run 4th, 8th, 9th, 12th, and 13th. Say that 10 times fast. Eesh. Here's what they're running. Man. Yeah. Bow, wow. Chicka, chicka. Bow, wow. Steiner and Hartung have netted themselves in the same spots that they have. There's Brad Dove working. Nathan Big Art is up 4. Biggest mover of the race right now. Brad Dove up 5. Urchy and Wretched. Moving on. Budgie. Thank you. And just for spicy.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yep. All right. Hartung making the pass here. 3 seconds. Now the gap up through the S's into turn 4. Hartung trying to clear David Steiner. Steiner will be into the corner. They'll be there side by side, door to door, up into the outer loop. Hartung trying to pull away. He's going to be able to do so, and as they do, Rayburn just ran his fastest lap of the race, 149.65. Shear getting around Stryker. Church had to jump to pit road. Steiner goes back to the lead. Kobe Hartung in second, but Nathan Bigart is there. Sky is one. Let's see. Eight of the first 10 races. We're in week 11, I do believe. Let me look at the schedule one more time. Yeah. They do have the Crown Jewel race. An hour and a half is going to be next week. They're going to be at Le Mans. Then the Zandvoort after that. They're going to go to the Ferrari Imola on April 7th. Road America on April 8th. Sorry, on April 14th for week 15. They get a bye week on the 21st. Monza on the 16th. Crown Jewel at Sebring on week 17. Panorama on week 18, and then they're going to run Spa for the 19th race of the season. I think points. Browse the points. Bam, bam, bam. Ben. Okay. There it is. Point standings. Nathan Bigart through 10 weeks of racing has won 80% of the races. David Steiner has won the other 20. Everybody else is trying to play catch up and do what they can. And he's just a good driver, man. It's hard not to be dominant in a series when you win 8 of the first 10. Right now it's closed in. Last lap, 117.41. David Steiner, Kobe Hartung, 119.21, 119.42. Tyler Hammond, 149.21, 149.42, 147.41 for Nathan Bigart. Tyler Hammond, a 149.88. Anthony Crownover, 148.89. And so, as it would be, Bigart still running fast laps. David Steiner and Kobe Hartung had a big battle there. Steiner, he wants to have any kind of race here. He wants to close in some of those points that he was missing to. Bigart had an off track here just a moment ago, and it might just have slowed down. This is all the way out. Yeah, he just went too far. You know, we do see the GT3 and the IMSAs go all the way out to that corner and make those passes, right? And it's crazy to see that that's the case. 147.19 for David Steiner. Kobe Hartung, 147.18. We see Crownover sits in 4th. Tyler Hammond back to 5th. Crownover is putting together some good laps. Wesley Strait, 148.58. His last lap, Tyler Hammond try to make it happen here. 19 minutes into this one. We'll take a first hydrate break as these drivers go to work. We'll keep it on exciting. And Bigart, 147.17, his last lap. Oh, these drivers are closing in. We'll see how it works. I'll be right back in just a moment. As need some water. Tyler Hammond's dropped back to 7th. Wesley Straight just ahead. Hammond back to the inside. Looks like the battle is on here. Drivers come around. There is the battle for the lead once again. 2.2. Now the gap between Colby Hartung, David Steiner, Nathan Bigart. Bigart keeping him within range. Last lap, 146.97. Hartung just ran his fastest lap of the race, 147.01. Driver's doing a phenomenal job here. So far, so good. David Steiner, 146.99. His last lap, 147.11 for Colby Hartung as they get into the uphill section of this racetrack. Brad Dove having an issue. He's limping around. It's kind of what happened here. Break. Oh, I just looped around on him. He's fine. Brad's fine. He's good. Rayburn up to 9th. He's off 6th from the start of the race, but he started from pit road. So Brian Rayburn making it happen. Everybody doing it. How's everybody doing out there? I want to thank all of our sponsors, of course. So to make sure that we give some love and support to everybody out there that helps keep us going. Lunatic Designs, you see them scroll across the screen. CNL Carpets, of course. We'll thank Chop Racing for being on board with us each and every week. Even more support for the Chopp'N It Up podcast and what Ryan Wentz is doing out there. Much love to him. Again, thank you to Thompson Racing, and then, of course, all of the badness that is, well, all of you. All of you are amazing. All the way out, all the way back in. That was a big outer portion. And now we'll see, oh, big wheel hop for Big Art back here. Send this corner, trying to keep it on the racetrack. Be able to do just fine. David Steiner, now a quarter second between he and Colby Hartung. Anthony Cronover getting a touch faster, 148.19 his last time by. Gets a little slideways out of the corners, just fine. 7575365 Best in luxury vinyl planks, the Virginia and North Carolina area, Outer Banks, North Carolina area. Make sure you check him out. That's Greg Langford. Love that dude. Good people. Muscarella Motorsports. There you are. Muscarella Motorsports is a online shop that you should go buy some merch, folks. I'm telling you, just that little bit will go a long way to help support what those drivers do. Theodore going to be up 4 spots. Crownover up 5. Michael Strickland on pit road is, well, he's doing something here. Car might be acting funny. We'll see. 1.6 the gap between Bigart and Steiner. Steiner's last lap, 147.30. Bigart ran a 146.92. Hartung, that error on the spoiler. Hartung's been able to keep it close, and that's not allowed David Steiner to go anywhere. And Bigart is he's in the hunt. He's in the hunt. All the way out, back in, utilizing a little bit more of the racetrack than the other two. He's had 2 massive off tracks, able to miss the turn 9 turtle back there. You get into the corner. He's going to close in here. His lap time is going to be just a touch faster as the grass becomes everybody's friend. Crownover 2 off tracks. Wesley Straight 2 off tracks. David Steiner's been clean. Colby Hartung clean as well. 1.4, 147.291. Again, 146.9. 3/10 of a second faster for Bigart. And starting to show up. Brad Dove sideways into the corner once again. That is in the downhill boot section. Second time he's turned sideways on that same corner. There's Mark Wretched. Quarter second rolling. Trying to see what these drivers are going to be able to do. As you're coming to pit lane, about halfway through this race. Everybody hold on. Tyler Hammond into the grass. He get back up and rolling. He's good. Gier coming to pit road. David Steiner, 6/10 of a second difference here. So if he tries to turn it on late here, ooh, baby. All the way out. Up near the wall. David Steiner laying down a 146.72. That's his fastest lap of the race. Bigart 146.73. And then 146.938 for Colby Hartung. So all three drivers running their fastest laps of the race. Stein drifted. I wonder if something was going on with the steering wheel. Just drifted again. Anthony Cronover working Tyler Hammond coming to pit road. Drivers getting that fuel cycle. So fuel might be the only thing that you need. I'm seeing the drivers run their fastest laps of the race halfway through this race. Are tires going to be that important? I guess that's the big question here. Fuel might be the only concern. Can you lighten the car up enough? Or keep it light enough? I don't know. I'm halfway through this thing and I'm going, be all right. Mark Retchen up and out into turn one. Pit road exit for Tyler Hammond. Mark Retchen has closed in 125 the gap. Steiner once again 146.72 last time by. This time by. And you're getting faster. Steiner keeps it close. How about Colby Hartung? He just ran his fastest lap of the race, 146.87. Nathan Bigart setting up the corner, trying to close in. He's got a 1.7 second deficit. Gira having an issue, jumping to pit road. He just had to stop. I'm not quite sure. Quarter second to David Steiner into the inner loop. Let's go. Let's go. Brian Raker giving us a like. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, RB. Thank you to everybody out there. We appreciate you all very much. Thank you for the likes out there on YouTube. I encourage you to do so. Our tongues getting a touch faster every lap. 1.6 second deficit. Now 1.5. David Steiner to Colby Hartung. Tires all the way. Woohoo! See that sharp drag to the right. Colby Hartung having to do just that. 1.4 in closing for Bigart. Little skip on the grass. 1.5. Turn 9 levels it off. Mark Retchen, Brad Dove. Having a little battle here. Mark Retchen just made the pass on Brad Dove. And Tyler Hammond might be saving. Anthony Cronover trying to close back in. Is Brian Rayburn just ahead? Rayburn is going to be a lap down, but Rayburn looking good. Bigard just ran a 146.71, his fastest lap of the race. 1.3 second deficit here. Can he close it in, make the pass, or is he going to wait for pit road to be able to do so? That's going to be the big question here. Pit road entry is out of turn 11. It's a tough pit road to hit and get down to speed because, let's face it, it's a pit road. Pit road speed limit 40 miles an hour, and these drivers are, massive exodus when it comes to what they've got going on. Driver in fourth, 1.2 is going to be Big Art. Big Art closing in to Colby Hartung. Hartung pushing hard. Wesley Straight in fifth. It's now Brian Rayburn. Theodore is 4.5 back from there. Mark Retchen off 3 from the start of the race. Still working forward. Tyler Hammond's going to be in 8th. Brad Dove into pit road. 40 miles an hour. Pit road speed limiter on the pit limiter. We'll see how it goes. 147.03 for Steiner. 147.14 for Colby Hartung. Big Art 146.18. Crownovers last lap, 148.42. Wesley Straight, 147.56. And Brad Dove on pit road is going to be leaving pit road. That's what you need. Honey, how you doing, sir? Outer loop is busy. Big Art has closed in the distance here. Tyler Hammond having an issue. Oh, man. Here's what happened to the young man. Same spot. Just wheels it into the corner. It's the same spot Dove had his issue at. This Corvette's not handling turn 6 very well right now. Right now, David Steiner and company right behind. Top 3 within a blanket. Anthony Crownover. Trying to be comfortable here, but is going to have the Mustang behind him. Ferrari leads the Mustang inside the top 5. 2 Fords inside the top 5. Brad Dove having an off track here right behind. Corvette's not doing very well. Right now, we'll see Steiner go to work. Hammond back to pit road. And he'll go a lap down. He's got very much some rear damage on the back of that car. Top 3. 6/10 of a second. David Steiner, Colby Hartung. Good drive off on the corner there. We'll try to push. And Steiner closes this one out. Anthony Crownover to pit road. He's going to get fuel. It is that time. 36 minutes. As Wesley Straight go to 4th. Theodore will come around. He'll take over 5th. Brian Rayburn still in 9th. Sitting in there. Might try to find a way to catch Tyler Hammond here. Tyler came and got his fast repair. He's good to go. Hopefully the tires are going to be just fine. That's the big factor, folks. That's the big factor. Half second separates the top 3. Wesley Straight, 26 seconds back, actually catching. If he can hit the right sections here, he's catching some time here. Crownover hits his full pit stop here. Hopefully he wasn't speeding. Might have been the case because he is sitting there for a lot longer than he needs to. Into turn 9 for your race leader. David Steiner has led every lap thus far. 37 minutes into this one. Up and around. And they'll complete one more. Hartung, Big Art to pit road. David Steiner going around one more. Wesley Straight working. Crownover back out. I think he did so. He must have served a penalty. 57 seconds on his pit stop. It'd be just ahead of David Steiner. Crownover sits in 7th. We'll have to track down Mark Retchen. Wesley Straight will come to pit road here. But be careful getting into pit road. You almost want to get down pit road and then put yourself in contention. Colby Hartung will just need to take as much as he can. Nathan Big Art will leave ahead of him. So both drivers just took fuel only. David Steiner will need to have a great pit stop here to come out ahead of Nathan Bigart and Colby Hartung. And we'll see Brad Dove split the two drivers. Dove is a lap down right now, second and third. Working hard. Tyler off track again into the middle of the corner. Is going to pull ahead. He's going to reset to pit road. David Steiner coming up and around. Will need to have better than a 41-second pit stop. And he's going to come to pit road now. Hit that limiter and go for it. 17-second pit stop for Nathan Bigart. 18:63 for Colby Hartung. Hartung 1.8 and behind Dove. Needs to get around Dove if he wants to have a shot at trying to close in on Nathan Bigart. He's losing a ton of time here. 2 seconds now, the gap. Brad Dove's fastest lap of 1:49.72. And in comparison to these two drivers, Colby Hartung's going to have to shoot the inside. He's going to do that. Steiner leaving pit road. 18:35. And now we'll have to get up to speed and try to make the pass on Nathan Bigart. Colby Hartung trying to track down David Steiner. David Steiner all over the back bumper of Nathan Bigart. Under 20 minutes to go in this race. Wesley Straight. 29.8. Theodore runs up 5. Positive 5 spots gain. Biggest move of the race is going to be Brad Dove right now. Anthony Crownover coming around trying to track in. Mark Retchen coming to pit road. So Crownover will go to 6th. Theodore Kimmett on 21. That's the driver that Anthony's going to be looking at here. Crownover 148.189. Fastest lap of his race, 147.98. So he's getting faster. Steiner keeping it close. 2 seconds now, the gap for Colby Hartung. Colby's got somebody to chase. He'll get slideways out of the corner if he needs to. Two McLarens lead. Quarter second as they go. David Steiner. Oh, wall tap for the 0-1. It was a hard hit. David Steiner sets up turn 1. He'll have the drive here. Can he get around the 0-1? Dove 149.247 just ran his fastest lap of the race. 149.498 for Brian Rayburn. He just ran his fastest lap of the race. Rayburn to Brad Dove. 2 seconds the gap there. There's a battle that's happening. Rayburn getting faster. Mark Retchen just hit his pit stop. Crownover again, 34 seconds ahead of there. Theodore up inside the top 5. Wesley Straight in 4th. Colby Hartung 1.8 back. Nathan Bigart trying to overextend the hand here and try to get his 9th win on the season. Six-tenth of a second lead now as Bigart pushes out. Bigart changing lanes, changing the line. All the way out. And now turn 9 busy. Steiner closed it real quick there. And you see Colby Hartung just behind. He's keeping his pace. He's doing fine, 1.8. It's the short shift those gears. Trying to keep up with the two McLarens ahead. 147.720 and 147.768, 147.765. And 0.2 of a second separate David Steiner and Nathan Bigart. 15 minutes to go. Wesley Straight, 30 seconds back, 10 seconds off of He's going to be the other Mustang. So 3 Mustangs sit third, fourth, and fifth. Crownover in the first Ferrari. Rayburn the next Ferrari. He's in ninth. First Corvette in the field is going to be Mark Retchin. 11.5 seconds back is going to be Brad Dove. And then Tyler Hammond on pit road. Stryker on pit road. Churchy doing the same thing. Somebody just missed. It was Theodore. Nope, not Theodore. Who was that missed? Bigart off track. Was that what I heard? Hold on. They went in door to door. Watch this. Steiner way out to the outside. Netcode. Oh, no. Oh, no. Netcode. Colby Hartung is now your race leader. Steiner 15 seconds back, trying to give up that spot. That was way Netcode. They both entered that corner clean. Steiner did a great job. Bigart was doing a great job. And David kind of washed up a touch, but man, realistically, it was just Netcode. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. These racing situations do happen, and everybody's been clean. So 15 minutes to go. Colby Hartung out front. Try to make it happen. Try to make it work. And David Steiner closing the pace. Nate's got 15 minutes. He could run qualifying laps for the next 15 minutes. Well, 14. He could quite possibly catch this. It just depends on what he does. He lost 16 seconds, folks. Just over 16 seconds if I'm looking at kind of just how the relative works. Last lap for Colby Hartung, 147.63. Steiner, 151.83. Bigart, 206.01. Wesley Straight, 12, almost 13 seconds. Theodore trying to catch some fire here at the end. Gira back out on the racetrack, still with some nose damage. It's going to be 2 laps down. He sits in 10th. And Tyler on pit road. Everybody working. Hold on to your everything. Brian Rayburn behind Brad Dove. Ferrari against the Corvette. Bigart 16.3. Colby Hartung out front. David Steiner, a little wiggle out of the car, trying to get back there. Colby Hartung, 13 minutes to go. We're going to throw this on exciting. I'm going to check all the misses. We'll be right back. Hold on to it, Colby. Woo! And to take the race for the lead is cranked up. Big Art back in third. Steiner just ran the fastest lap of the race, 146.49. We figured that these drivers had a little bit more in them. Steiner had a hard time. Oh, yeah. Try to help Caffrey make it, but it didn't work. Oh, man. Didn't even see that message. All the budginess out there. Mustang trying to hold off McLaren here. It'll be Hartung. Tries to extend 0.6 of a second. Rayburn had it off track. Rayburn still running. Just right here. Oh, man. That bust out or the inner loop can be troublesome. But hey, Rayburn's still running. He's got Big Art just ahead of him. 20 seconds the gap now for Nathan. David Steiner closing 1:47.19. Drivers cresting up to turn 10, now turn 11. Das Boot. It's working, folks. It's working. Put it out. Yeesh. Colby, half second, trying to do what he can here. 148.98 for Nathan Bigard, his last lap. Wesley Strait is closing in 10.3. Nathan working out the magic here as Rayburn's right behind him. Dove just ran a 149.10, his fastest lap of the race. Rayburn's last lap, 148.966, 0.2 of a second faster, his fastest lap of the race. Chance for him to run behind this driver here. Nate just ran a 149.38. David Steiner takes over the lead. Colby Hartung a second now. I missed the pass. Here's the pass. Oh, Colby got. Oh, Colby. Oh, baby. Colby hit the inner loop awkwardly, and David Steiner able to capitalize with under 7 minutes to go. It'll be 6 as they climb the hill here. Out of the toe into the heel. Great run for Colby Hartung. Nathan Bigart, 149.38. Last time by. Closed up a little bit of that gap. Brad Dove to Brian Rayburn, 4.7. Brad Dove just ahead of Nathan Bigart. Bigart, you'll see Rayburn coming out of the corner. David Steiner, 1.2. Under 6 minutes to go. All the way out for Colby Hartung. Hartung needs to run. His took us off. Up and out. Up through the S's into turn 4. On to the back straight before the inner loop. Braking zone for the inner loop's going to be a little bit different. Hartung maximizing there. Little wheel hop, but it's fine. Big gain. He's going to lose a little bit of time here, though. I think he had to brake just a touch. Down the hill into the toe, all the way out. You see all the tire tracks for the drivers hitting the grass there. Ryan Rayburn getting around Brad Dove. Brad Dove having an off track right there in the inner loop. Here's what happened. That was him coming back on track. Just got sideways. Oh, and the nose. Dang it, Dub. Dub doing great. Ryan Rayburn back to 8th. Mark Retchen ahead. He's got a comfortable gap. 6th belongs to Anthony Crownover right now. Theodore into this race. Positive 5 spots gained. 4 minutes, under 4 minutes to go for David Steiner. Onto the front straightaway. That Mustang not going anywhere just yet. Last lap, 147.15. Colby Hartung, 147.10. Turn 1 busy. All the way out for Hartung. Up through the S's they go. Hartung closing in. This is where the Mustang seems to be impressive. Sometimes you got to cool the tires off to make it happen. Into the inner loop. Hartung has to be flawless within a half second. Up and out into the downhill section for turn 9. Sorry, for turn 6. I promise I'm not dyslexic. It doesn't matter if I were. If you're dyslexic, you're cool to me too. Turn 7. Get into the uphill for the toe. Little wiggle out of Hartung. Oh, big wiggle out of Hartung. Gonna lose some ground here. Up and down into the heel. Right-hander. He gains so much time. All the way out. Thrusting back in. He's gonna hit the left-hander for turn 9. .2. Should see 2 more laps out of this racetrack. Hartung all the way out, trying to maximize the input here. 19.5 seconds back is Big Art. Oh no! That turtle's bit him twice now. There's a bump right out of that out of turn 9. You get those rumble strips or and get onto that short back straightaway. Can really upset the car. David Steiner try to pull away. As these drivers putting on a show today. And a full second now. It's Colby Hartung trying some last-ditch efforts to be able to close in. He can run it hard here. He can force another lap. Got to keep him close. 20 seconds to gap between he and Big Art. Big Art just getting out of the tunnel turn, or getting out of that turn 9 section. The trouble spot for him. In Netcode City, making it hard. There's Mark Retchen just ahead. Mark, little Corvette on board. Crownover still good. David Steiner out of the final 2 corners. 1.3. Will they see it? Brad Duff back on track, back on and off track. Was the last thing that we saw. They'll do it. They'll see it. White flag waves. Final lap here. Needed 5 seconds, but they're going to get one more attempt at it here from David Steiner and Colby Hartung. David Steiner 1.7, Colby Hartung 1.8, losing some ground here, and David Steiner will have to push. Big Art, his last lap is actually closing here, so he's probably making it work for himself. See if he can do what he does. He normally does. He normally tries to run the fastest lap on the last lap. We'll see if that'll maximize here. 1.2 with David Steiner. Colby Hartung closes back into the toe. 4 more turns after this one. And David Steiner looking for 3. Very tough race, hard race. 148.3 for Crownover. He'll complete the final lap as well. David Steiner out of the final 2 turns. There's that bump back there I was talking about. Brad Dove having an issue. He is blown up. Final turn. David Steiner will get 3. And Colby Hartong will finish in 2nd. And Nathan Bigart, 16-second lead over Wesley Strait in 4th, who's had a good race as well for his top 5. He'll come home 3rd. David Steiner will celebrate. Mark Retchen having an issue at the tail end of this one as well. He is on the front straightaway. He's just trying to complete this dang old lap. Ooh, Rayburn was close. And Mark Retchen will finish. Wesley Strait will be 4th. Theodore's going to come around here. He's still completing turn 10 and turn 11. Gira rebounds to a top 10. As all these drivers go to work, Anthony Crownover will be one of the last drivers to complete some laps. Theodore will come home in P number 5. And Anthony Crownover, a top 6 night. Learned a lot about the boot here tonight. We love Watkins Glen. Love it. It's been a great race nonetheless. Here's your race results. It is David Steiner, Colby Hartong, Bigart, Wesley Strait, Theodore on the 12. He's going to run 5th. So David Steiner gets his 3rd one of the season. Colby and Nate putting up a great show. It was a good show for the top 3. Hated for the netcode. Would love to have seen that play out for all 3 drivers. Crownover in 6th. Wretched, Rayburn, Dove, Morley is going to be out there through 10th. Hammond, Strickland, Caffrey. I'm sorry, Church, and then Caffrey unable to start. But hey, we like seeing Caffrey out there. Love seeing his name. Let's hope it's all good, right? All good. Let's talk to him. David Steiner comes home in victory lane tonight after having to track him back down, having to hold him off, try to do what you can to make this race that much better. A great battle all night long. The issue we saw was just some net code. And it was a good entry.
I'm really glad to hear you say that.
It was just net code.
Because I was worried about the contact.
Yeah, it was just net code. And not a bad, but a great race. Like everything that we saw was just straight heads up racing, and like Colby couldn't get away from you. Nathan was trying to catch you guys, and then it just became a battle of attrition.
Yeah, and then on that lead change, it was going to be difficult to get Nate, and then when Colby took the lead again, it would have been really hard to try and get past him. What a track! Like every time, I was just saying to the other boys that every time we come here, it produces a really good race. I love driving here. Today was a great race.
It was pretty phenomenal. I thought it was pretty phenomenal. There's a lot of racing happens on this racetrack that kind of just is a showcase of just what you have to do to continue to keep your wheels underneath you. So much grass, so many different passing zones. Just there's a lot. There's a lot to be said about Watkins Glen.
Yeah, and you see the difference in you get to know throughout the course of the race who's done what with their setup. Maybe someone's running a little less wing, and some cars perform better at different parts of the track. And I worked out pretty quickly that Colby had a fast Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was behind me, that was going to be a long day trying to keep him there. But then I would sort of just build up enough through the rest of the track, particularly 8, 9, 10, 11, just to get enough of a gap just ahead of him there that it helped mitigate that speed he had in that horse.
He had his turn one entry was dang near flawless. He could get up through the S's just fast. Yeah. Total net code.
And his bus stop was good all day. He was
Yeah.
he was way quicker. He was like 3/10 quicker than me through the bus stop every time around. And until that poor unfortunate incident where he bounced the exit with a bit of gas on and spun the car. That's a shame, because if it wasn't for that, Colby probably had the win, and he drove a hell of a race. That was really good. I'm really enjoyed that. Colby was really awesome today.
It was tough fun to call. Watkins Glen never disappoints. You know, we were able to watch racing throughout the race, watch drivers learn a thing or two, and that's the thing, because normally, you know, we see the NASCAR side of things where everybody runs, you know, without the boot, and now the GT3s go with the boot, and it just adds that extra dynamic to this racetrack.
Yeah, yes, indeed, yes, it does. I think it's a good complete track. I've never run it in the other format here in the next gen or the trucks, but I've just never been around when that's on, which is a shame because I reckon I'd like that.
The trucks in the boot, what is it? Turn 6 after you come out of the outer loop, you go to that downhill section. They like spin out like all the time.
Oh, okay, so when you guys all in the league run trucks, do you do the boot section with it?
No, but I've had leagues that have ran the boot just to do something different.
Gotcha. Yep.
Normally it's just straight out of the outer loop, straight to turn 10 and turn 11, and
Yep.
you know, shorten the race up by 30 seconds, or shorten each lap up by 30 seconds.
Churchy was talking about that for the race. He didn't know that section.
Mm-hmm.
It felt odd to him because he's just used to doing 5, 9, 10, 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so weird too, because today I got to actually call all the corners. Because normally I'm like, all right, we're at a turn 5. All right, now we're gonna go to turn 9, turn 10, yeah, go to turn 10, turn 11. And the last time we ran Watkins Glen on one of the NASCAR tracks, I think it was this league. I was explaining to people, because somebody asked, well, what happened to the other turns? And then I show the track map, and it's different, but it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's good. But I'm always a fan of the longer tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Being a circuit guy, Watkins Glen has a storied history of its time in Grand Prix and circuit racing, and of course they used to always run the longer format. I do like longer tracks, and so I prefer this one. It's always a good race, always good.
I like them both, so you could go with, go without. So, the boot is fun though. The boot is fun, and the Delaras, it's fun. Of the GT3s, the LMPs are fun here. Heck, even the touring mods are fun here. They have a setup for it, and it's pretty stinking cool. So, Watkins Glen is just iconic. It's always going to be the track.
Yeah, one of the icons, like Sebring, classic.
That's why they call it the Glen, right? David, congratulations. Third winner of the season. You're trying to chip away at some points. We're going to go to another Crown Jewel race next week. We're going, I believe, to Le Mans. That is going to be.
Yep.
It's going to be trying. It's going to be a good car, a good track.
Yeah, good, and a good turnout today. So, what are we up to? 15 odd drivers there today, or thereabouts. So that's great, and there's still a couple of names like Chris Roberge. I can't see, he didn't drive today, but hopefully we see him at Le Mans and a few others. So maybe even McCaffrey will be able to make it to Le Mans as well. So
I want to see this series have 20, 30 drivers in here and be consistent, because it's good racing, no matter where you're racing.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It's good fun. It's a good group of guys.
It is. David, give you shout outs, man. Third winner of the season. I like it.
Well, okay. Thanks everyone for turning up and enjoying a good race. Well done to Colby. I think Colby was for me was a standout today. He drove really well. He had a great race. Just that one incident notwithstanding, he had a great race. And Nate as well. He drove a great race. Shame about that incident. I was really sorry about it. I'm really happy to hear from you that it was netcode though, because you never want to make contact. You just want to get through clean and enjoy it. So yeah, shame about that because that would have he earned that. He did his fuel right. He came in, came out, and he had the lead. So that was great. He drove well as well. Wes and Theo, I think they what is that, fourth and fifth? They had low incident count there too, so that was great. But just yeah, well done everyone. I look forward to watching it later on and checking out your broadcast. So thanks as always to you at Signature, and thanks to Chop Shop. Thanks to the Chopp'N Up Media and podcast, and to the whole crew for the running, the administration of all these leagues. It's great. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
David, we'll see you next week. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. See you then.
You too. That's a 063 coming on P1. I'm going to let those two talk it out while Kobe and I have a little chit chat after dang old bus stop bit you.
I tried so hard, man.
You were great today, man. You had a fast car. You were making them honest. You were making them run harder than they probably wanted to, and it was good. That car was on rails.
That Mustang was a monster on that straight. I was throwing everything I possibly could. I was really, really good through the bus stop, so it was kind of ironic that's what lost me the race. But oh man, I was trying so hard, pushing so hard to stay behind David. I was faster than him, but I just couldn't find a spot to pass him. And then after the pit stop, I got held up by Dove and lost about a second there, which that might have been a good thing because that's probably what kept me out of that contact between David. Oh, sorry, excuse me, David and Nate. But
Yeah.
oh man,
It was
those
net code.
those tires were killed at that point. I just had to hang on there. I'm surprised I was able to hold the lead for as long as I did before losing it again. But oh man, I just wonder how things would have gone if I didn't take too much curb there and bottom out.
David said that you were going to be tough to beat after all that. He said that you know, and that's part of the issue there is that once you bottom out, you do all that, you put your tires through shock, even on iRacing. It's a thing, and you lose momentum, you lose the grip, and then you have nobody. You're not really chasing anybody at that point. You're just trying to make sure your car is going to be in one piece.
Yeah. That at that point after that happened, it just car didn't hang on. I almost caught him again, but that's because I was strategically taking off track.
I was watching what you guys were doing. Right there's there. I mean, turn one was your kit and caboodle. Up through the S's, you were flat catching David and Pat and.
Oh, that Mustang was a monster up that area into the bus stop.
Yeah, from one all the way down through the outer loop. That was your section, right? And then once you guys got to down into turn 6 and you started getting towards the toe, that's when David could do better, and then and Nate could do better, and kept everything close. But I mean, the gains that you made everywhere else kept everything else close.
That's where you could see the difference between the Mustang and the McLaren. I was way faster on the straights and the faster corners, and he was way faster in those tight technical corners.
It's hard to put into words what this track does for not just we always talk about NASCAR and all that stuff, but for the GT3s and just being able to run the long circuit, same thing that I said to David. This track is an icon when it comes to just iRacing and racing in general.
It's a great track for racing. It every race I've been here, it's been a good race.
It's fast. It's like free. You could be loose and be fine. And then you could be on the edge and know when you're on the edge. It's a track
Yep,
that's it's easy to read, but hard to drive sometimes.
you could definitely send it. It's a driver's track for sure.
It's like the Richmond of road courses, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, Colby, congratulations. P2 finish. Yeah, the incident between Caffrey and Big Art, Big Art kind of washed up a little bit, but it was all netcode. They could have exited.
David and Big Art.
Yeah, they could have exited together as well. And I think Nate still wins the race out of that corner, but it was unfortunate. So
me and Dave had a really good battle as well somewhere in there. Yep. We were able to stick it through there. So I don't know what Nate's problem is. But we were able to make it. Just saying.
Yeah, Nate did what? Nate was doing fine. It was actually Caffrey that washed up, and that's what caused the mess.
Oh yeah, no,
not Caffrey. Steiner. Sorry, I'm looking at Caffrey's name over here, seeing that he wasn't able to start the race, and I keep looking at that, and I'm like,
yeah, we were all in the chat laughing with each other while battling. It was good fun.
Good. That's what we love to hear. And that's what this is supposed to be about. Field's growing, the roster can keep growing, and each of you can get out there and put some time and energy in, and go and enjoy it. We got Le Mans next week for the Crown Jewel. What's your game plan for that one?
Now I'm pretty dang good at Le Mans. We did the Majors 24 last year, and we finished second. So watch out for them storm fellas at Le Mans.
I like it. It's going to be about making sure that you pit at the right time.
Yeah.
It's
get the fuel right.
If you don't get the fuel right, it can be a tough race. It'll be fine though. It'll be fun. Colby, give shout outs, man. P2 finish. Not a bad start to not a bad midway through the season for you.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, shout out to the Pope, Brian Rayburn, for showing up.
Right.
Getting a top 10 P8. I see you out there. Shout out to David for the win, of course. He was fast all day. He deserved it. He was able to hold me off in my pushes, and he was able to come back and pass me. Had some really great battles. Shout out to Nate too. He was fast as well. Made it fun. And also shout out to Nate and Dave for making contact and giving me my little laps. I appreciated that. No, just kidding. But yeah, thank you for putting on this show and putting on this great broadcast. And yeah.
Brother, you led 5 laps legitimately.
Oh, yeah.
You good. You got this. We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you the rest of the week. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
We got racing.
Auto Club ripping that highline.
Yeah, I've got to make all the thumbnails. We moved our house. We moved everything out of our house for a carpet to be installed today. The carpet got installed today, and now we're to the point of still moving everything back in.
How'd that tornado storm treat you?
It was terrible. We had So here's what happened: wildfires all around us. Then we have tornadoes with just a sprinkling of rain.
Mother Nature just didn't like you the last weekend.
And then it snowed the same night.
It snowed?
It snowed.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What in the world?
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Colby. Oh,
I would have thought the apocalypse was happening. What?
At that particular point, and this was all before the day we had to pull everything in to move everything out.
Oh man, that must have been a weekend for you.
Oh yeah, it was. Jess and I are pretty exhausted. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
After the massive
After the
tornado storm that came through and
after the
ravaged everything.
after the fire, the tornado, everything.
Y'all didn't get hit by any of the tornadoes, did you?
We got most of them were outside. We're
That's good.
lucky where we're at that the worst thing would happen would be a water spout. So,
That's good. That's
and the office is fine. Everything's fine. As far as us go, but we're very very dangerously close to the wildfires, and we have a lot of smoke stuff that's still in the air that's fallen down that we're having to deal with. But
yeah.
you know, tis the world. Oklahoma got it worse, so thoughts and prayers to Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother.
I'm sure Nate's wanting to get this interview gone and go to bed. So.
Yeah, we all are. I've still got unpacking to do. So, Colby, much love, brother.
Yes, sir.
That's Colby Hartown coming up P2, and last but not least, P3 tonight. After the unfortunate bus stop incident, the interloop netcode fiasco, we're going to blame iRacing. You guys had a great race going. Congrats on a P3. But I know that the racing was really good there for all of you. I know you guys were having fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great race. I was happy just to get back to those guys. I really didn't see myself catching Colby and Dave. I just wanted to have some fun at Watkins Glen, and it's a fun track, and I definitely got that done tonight. I was able to do a little bit of strategy because it's tough, if you go out there and battle, you're gonna wear your tires. Good chance of an incident like that. So rather than try to pass them on the racetrack, I tried to do it on pit road. It worked. Just barely edged out Dave when he was exiting pits. And I actually had to take a little bit less fuel and save a little bit in order to be able to get that done. So, but it worked. I got there. But then the defending and just not having a great line in. And just the fact of, I race on Wi-Fi. Dave's in Australia. It's going to be tough to get too close to each other. So it just didn't work out in the end in that bus stop. But all in all, great race, great drive. I'm happy. Fun night.
It was a great night. I mean, netcode is netcode. Netcode is going to happen. And you guys ran into that chicane. You were going to be side by side. Oh my goodness. That's showing me stuff. We're reminiscing it because we just moved everything out of our house, and now everything's going back, and now memories are being flooded to us at the same time as everything happening. But one of the things I like about the battles that you guys were having was just being able to see everybody's different exit. I mean, the way you approached the line was different than what what Steiner was doing. I keep doing it. Sorry, David. What Steiner was doing. And then Colby, just try to maximize his where he was good on the racetrack. But the one problem child you had tonight was turn 9, and that dang old edge
you saw that?
Yeah, I saw it every time. It just so happened and maybe it was the commentator's curse or something, because every single time that you hit it, we had just switched to you and you're coming out of turn 9.
I feel like for some reason, I don't know, but I feel like I've raced this track before and you could go over there and there wasn't a jump, but now there's a jump. I don't know. I keep hitting it. You got to get back before the end of that, end of the curve apparently. And yeah, I was just trying to push, and there's speed, obviously when you can drift out and keep the throttle down, but it was definitely sending the car flying up in the air.
There was something there that said, hey, no.
Exactly.
And then I have to ask, I think it was, you were coming up through, you had an off track. I think it was you're coming out of the S's at a turn 4, and you just kind of drifted right where you tried to answer a phone call.
I was plugging my fan in. I was getting hot.
I knew it had to be something. I was like, Hey, we're gonna call this a mechanical malfunction. That's all that was. It's getting warm.
Yeah, I was sweating. I had to plug in the fan.
You
It's down on the floor, and I had to look down, and I was drifting for sure out in the grass.
Good thing you're not in VR, because
Yeah,
that could have ended up way worse.
absolutely.
Well, we all have to make adjustments. You should see it whenever. Now that I'm driving VR, when I have to reach for my water bottle, I'm working on trying to keep my head straight, so that way I don't look to grab, because I looked to grab in one of the practices last week, and I looked to grab into somebody, and he was not happy.
Yeah, what I need to do is I gotta like wire up like a light switch right on my rig. It just turns the fan on.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll just be like a real car simulator where you can flick the fans on and turn your coolant on.
Hook it up with the and I'm gonna plug admin box, little admin box, button box switch.
Yeah,
Bam, chop.
nice toggle switch. Flick it right on.
That's right. And if you want something like that, get a hold of admin box and use promo code ChopShop10. Save yourself some money. There you go. It's crazy, man. Nate, I know it was not the finish you wanted, but it's the finish you got, and still a good race. It was great to see the battles. It was a lot of fun. I love this course, in every format that they have it on. But you got Le Mans next week. What game plan? Because it's an hour and a half. We got a little bit longer next week.
Yeah, just probably try to prepare a little better. Like, get the fan running. Yeah, have it ready. We'll see. I don't really make the strategy too early in the week. Like tonight, it was a last minute decision to start on pit road. Just wanted to have some fun. I knew I had speed, but didn't know if I'd be able to catch back up. But we'll see what the field looks like next week. Maybe take a crack at that again. It's just fun, man. I enjoy being out here with these guys, hanging out in Discord, spending some time together, doing some road racing. So we'll see as it comes. We'll make a plan come that day.
It is GT3 series, man. All right, you got some racing tomorrow. We all have early mornings. Nate, P3 finish. Give your shout outs.
Yeah, just a shout out to the league themselves, Chop Shop, everyone involved with Chop Shop, all the drivers, all the admins, just everybody showing their support to this league. John Stryker doing an amazing job with it. Keep the camaraderie fun. I really enjoy hanging out with these guys day in, day out. Shout out to Signature Esports, you Jason doing the broadcast. Shout out to Dave for a great run tonight. Colby for a P2. It was never one guy running away with it. It was a great battle and throughout the whole race. So it was exciting. It was fun. Just shout out to everybody having fun tonight. All the fans out there watching, the sponsor of all the Chop Shop series. And yeah, all the fans out there watching. Budgie always supporting you, Jason. Mom's always out there supporting me. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, Budgie likes you better, by the way. She just tolerates me. So we'll go that way.
New Hampshire's awesome, man. We stick together.
That's right. That's the way it is. Congrats, Nate. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
That is Mr. Big Art coming to you live from P3. New Hampshire getting it done. It was a good race, folks. It was a tough race. It was a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, and it was good. Good things. And we had 0 skip frames, 0 latency issues, and everything seemed to be smooth tonight on a road course, on one of the road courses that can give you some trouble. So this was fun. So, that being said, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. I will post the links tomorrow when I get home from work. We still got a lot of work to do with the house. Jess is going to accomplish some of it tomorrow. But we definitely want to make sure that we're good to go. Then outside of that, yeah, it's going to be good. We get racing all week long. So then we'll be back with Powder Puff on Saturday as well. Sunday Funday series is coming back. There's going to be an auto club there. No, auto club, Homestead. Homestead Miami Speedway. And then, yeah, the Chop Shop is getting ready to crown a champion. Amp Racing is getting ready to crown a champion. And, yeah, we got seasons coming to close. Racing is happening everywhere. And yeah, just all cool things. An announcement on coming up real soon too as well, when you guys are going to be able to see Jess and I at a racetrack, and that will be this fall. So if you want to do that, you'll just have to wait for that announcement. So we're trying to make some things happen so that way we can. I'm trying to make some things happen. I say we. It's still kind of. I'm taking Jess to the first track that I ever took her to a NASCAR race at. So that's a hint. Be good. Be safe. Be kind to one another. If you want to jump on our Discord, jump on our Discord. But thank you, Budgie, for being out there. Thank you to all the drivers that showed up tonight. It was a good race. It was a really good race from everybody out there. I mean, we had drivers that were pushing. Teddy was out there doing a great job. Biggest mover of the race. Dov was up 5 spots as well. I think these guys are learning things about how to make their craft just that much better. And these drivers are doing a phenomenal job. So Davis Downer gets the win, third of the season. And maybe we get a new winner next week at Le Mans. Le Mans is going to be interesting. Yeah. Be good. Be safe. Be kind of one of the most important factor of life. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Peace. Thank you. Also, Spicy, it's a great broadcast. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Much love to you, my friend. Go have some fun. Yeah. Budgie, I can raid out, right? Can we raid out to... Is our good friend live? Oh, yeah, I saw your message earlier. Never mind. We're not raiding out. All right, bye. See ya.